book. It was challenging, the first one.
Because he wanted to be in the place of love.
Somebody came up with the idea.
And he was 100% accurate in his prediction.
Selenium, iodine, or calcium, you don't have to know any of that stuff. All you have to be able to do is chew.
Thank you. Thank you all for coming tonight. This is usually the climax of the expo for me. And, you know, we've also had some very serious discussions about sexuality, sensuality. We have a really great panel. Actually, this is one of the more really exciting panels. Melissa Love, who's a sexuality coach, and does something very interesting called the womb process, which maybe she'll talk about. No, but talk about your own personal experience as far as like how you opened up to pleasure and accepted that.
Is this on? Can you
Hold it closer.
Hello? Okay. Yes, well, a lot of the work that I'm doing with my clients is about integrating the spiritual side with the sexual side and being okay that you like sex and being okay that you are a spiritual person and you can be one person enjoying sex and enjoying spirituality, and giving yourself permission to feel on that level, to feel okay with who you are in the deepest sense of your spirit and your connection with your source, which is, in my experience, where I accessed source was through a sexual opening in childbirth and in my own bed. One of the processes that I do, which Alan was talking about, is the holy womb process, which comes from a master in India, and it is designed to, it's a process where you say mantras, and through this process you purify your sexual energy. So that's just one of the areas that is, with all of this stuff that we're talking about, is something that you can begin to think about. How can I get better at what I'm doing? How can I integrate who I am? And how can I give myself permission to really feel at my deepest core and be okay with everything? And through all of that, be connected with my source.
Thank you. That's good. You do a lot of intimacy, relationship coaching, and I want to know how that works into the sexual practice and for you and for your experience. Intimacy. Yeah, Melissa.
Oh,
no.
I'm sorry.
Melissa. You, Melissa.
She was into you.
Well, I would concur with Sam about being okay with myself. Being okay with myself. When I got to a place of really accepting myself and then looked at how much I loved myself, I really got to see how much I didn't love myself. It was very scary to admit, to even think about self-love. I mean, when I remember hearing it, seeing it, feeling this notion of self-love came to me, and it was very scary, and I wanted to run away from it. And I gave myself permission. This is just another level of permission and how we can really move through our stuck places and pain. I gave myself permission to look at loving myself and look at loving my partner and look at loving everybody around me. And the more I recognized and gave myself permission to love myself, the more intimate my relationship with myself became. And
when you work with people, how do you coach them?
I coach them to give them permission to love themselves. And when I can connect with a client in that deep place where he or she is in a place of total acceptance and feeling safe and being in a place where they are loved for being exactly who they are and being okay in that place, whatever is okay for them in that place, then I can connect with them at a very deep place. And it's in that deep place where they are willing to be seen, where the blocks of I'm too afraid to really love myself or look at myself diminish and melt away. And then what happens is we're connecting, and they take that and they're connected in all of their lives, in all parts of their lives. Wherever they're saying yes to that connection is where there's more energy, there's more juice, there's more transparency, there's more information, and everything about the experience of being alive in this body is enhanced.
And that's also a spiritual experience, because
For me, that is the total connection.
Right, because you're living in the present there. So what I'm getting so far is this idea of staying present and connected is the intimate experience. If you're really present, then that's everything else will be shown to you, in a sense. Yeah.
Well, my experience with a fair amount of my clients, and everything that you've all said is great. However, I do get a fair amount of clients who tell me that they have conditioned themselves so much to masturbate that now they're with their partner or a new partner and they can't come together, or they can't come except unless they masturbate. And my response to that is exactly what you just said. It's a condition, it's a pattern.
But is that also because maybe they're more, the women might have a different orientation to masturbate?
I think it's the same thing. I think it can be the same thing for men or women. I see both. And how I approach that with them is that it's an opportunity to see where you are and to see where you can go. What else can you do? So if it is a pattern, and if it's a condition that you can't get beyond, or you think you can't get beyond, what are the opportunities there that present themselves that now you can maybe try something different? So it can be a stuck place if you want to stay stuck, but you can definitely move through it.
Okay. Carla.
With consciousness.
Right. And so what the last thing you said, Melissa, was about the intention. Just repeat that last part.
I think what I said was that you can be, if you think that you're going to be stuck there and stay there, you will be. But if you use it as an opportunity to see what else you can do, then there's a whole other world out there.
So what would that look like? Then what would you say to people?
I would say, okay, explore a sensation in a different way.
From making love in the unknown, like Lori might say.
Making love in the unknown. Being open to receiving pleasure in another way.
Beyond your normal expectation.
Beyond the normal pattern.
Yeah, because that's the amazing thing about human beings. We have an infinite ability to experience sensation. A
very simple technique that you can do when you're laying down in bed and before you fall asleep, and you're maybe playing with yourself or just relaxing and breathing and slowing down, is to just imagine or give the invitation for the sensations to move freely throughout your body. Just the sensations of relaxation, moving freely throughout your body so that they're not localized in any one area, but moving freely just like water moving down a stream. And with that, you can do so much. So with everything that they've already said, this is a very simple technique to do. It's giving an invitation for the sensations to move where they want to. And when we're relaxed and our body is relaxed and our mind is relaxed, then those sensations have freedom to move. The invitation has to be there. The intention has to be there. It's really very, very easy.
Right. Melissa Love.
I am a healer and intimacy coach, and I specialize in sexual healing. I have a private practice here in New York in the Village, and I specialize in sexual healing, and I hold a safe and comfortable space for people to explore areas of intimacy, love, and connection that crave attention. My website is melissalove.com.
Thanks, Melissa.
That rocked.